Opinion on harvest crafting. Uh, I don't think these people actually read the development manifesto. Or at least, I mean, I know I didn't read it. Like, not at all. I just skimmed through it and then picked out, like, key bits. Mainly, like, this thing. And then this stuff. This is all I read. This thing and this stuff. These people, these are crybabies that are complaining that Harvest is getting nerfed because people want to slam Rorex. That's not the point entirely. We don't want to take away the feeling of closing your eyes and exalting an item. That's not saying we want people to not use Harvest and we want people to only X-Slam to get a good item. That's not what that says. That's just them like removing. Here, look. Okay, you get Harvest 60% more. So instead of a 1 in 5, it's like a 1 in 3. You don't get the boss at spawn anymore. So when you get a Harvest, you actually get the Harvest. And the boss spawn only shows up as like a drop from a T4 boss. You get T4 seeds the same rate that you had them before. Wow. There's no nerfs here. It's only buffs. The only thing of like, ugh. Okay, here's the thing. They removed annuls, specific annuls, but they kept like removed non-life, add life, but they removed anything that's remove this, remove this, remove just this. Cleaning things is harder. Who gives a fuck? You sign up to the game to play hard shit. The fact that our Harvest was in the game how long as it was shocking. The fact that they added it to the game and the only limit was 10 storage things. The fact that, have you been on TFT? Have you seen how horrifically broken players have made it? It's because of you, players. No, as far as I can tell, this is just to stop people selling their crafts. Sure, it's nerfing the endgame. It's not, yeah, okay. Use your fucking, my words. Think about my words, use my words. There's no problem here. There's no problem for 80% of the players. This is an endgame nerf. This isn't a, no, it's not nerfing the endgame because endgame players will get their item no matter what because they play the game a lot. Yeah, they will. This will slow them down. This is purely a nerf to the endgame people. This one here of like, crafts that modify a specific type, like fizz modifiers, for example, can't be applied to basically influenced items, aka no more easy explode chests. And you're complaining about this. This is a good thing. This is what you sign up for. This is the entire experience of the game. Okay, back to my point that I never finished, because I do that a lot. We don't want to take away the feeling of closing your eyes and exalting an item, scared whether you ruin it or not. This doesn't mean this entire nerf / buff wasn't to make you use the normal crafting items. This entire nerf / buff was to make you use Harvest for the reason they wanted you to use Harvest, aka, let's say you're leveling, let's say you're stuck in T2 maps, because you're 80% of the player base, and you're shit like me. I got stuck in T7 map because I was progressing too fast in the Atlas and my build was too shit for the maps that I was in. Remove non-life, add life on like a shit ring could turn it into a really good ring. Or it could brick it. The reason they don't want to take away the feeling of closing your eyes and Xing at them. It's not that they want you to exalt rings or annul rings. They want you to do it all in one go. They want you to remove non-life, add life on something that could be good, on a shit item that you would throw away any other time, because as it currently is, you get these semi-good items. Well, look at my JPEG. You get these semi-good items and you fucking chuck them. They know you chuck them because they know players don't want to use their exalts and annuls on shit items. But you get this shit item, you're like, wow, if I actually wanted to spend my money, there could be a 5% chance of turning this into an amazing item. I'm not going to spend my money. I'm going to delete this item. I don't give a fuck. Now, with all this harvest shit, getting rid of, like, the need for you as a player having value over your crafts. Right now, if you get a removed life, or a removed non-life, add life, or all that kind of shit, you're not going to use it on this shit ring because you're using it, you're like, got it in your mind that these harvest crafts are worth money because of TFT and all this shit. You're like, why would I waste? You've turned what GGG has given you, they've given you the perfect way to get this rush feeling of crafting on something. They've given you this way, they've given you these exalts that have no value and players have assigned value to them and are selling them. That's not what they're for. They're for fixing those shit items. Now you can do exactly what they're saying. They want you to have the feeling of Xing an item without the responsibility of there being like exalt money tied to it. You can now take all your shit items and without care have the chance to turn them into great items while you're leveling. But players aren't doing this because players are too busy like, oh, I want to min-max. Oh, I want to get money perfectly. If I'm not doing what the endgame players are doing, I'm doing it wrong. No, you're supposed to be spending these harvest crafts slowly, incrementally upgrading your gear. That's the entire point of the fucking game. Everyone seems to have it in their mind that the point of the game is to get money efficiently as possible, buy my endgame item, and then stop playing. No, you're supposed to play the game. You're supposed to not fucking incrementally buy. You're not supposed to buy big item upgrades. This is freaking out. I'm doing this as a test to see whether I want to buy this software. I sure as fuck don't, because this is jank as fuck. You're supposed to incrementally upgrade your gear and experience the joy of making the gear yourself. I mean, you can do both, but all you're doing right now is complaining that they're nerfing players that are crap along with players that are good. No, they're nerfing players that are good and now enabling you, because you can't see the option yourself, that you're supposed to be using harvest crafts to incrementally upgrade your gear, whether through trading or through harvest crafting, all that stuff. The players, the majority of the players think they're supposed to be like the endgame. Fuck the endgame people. Who gives a shit what they're doing? Fuck Mathel. Mathel, I'm saying this, you know this is a good thing. Fuck, no one has to play like you because you're good at the game. No one has to play like Cute Dog because he's good at the game. I said it. Cute Dog's good at the game. Fucking sue me. You don't have to play like them. You just have to play at your own pace. And them fixing harvest in this way, they're making it more common. They're making the boss show up less. They're removing the value of the harvest crafts by making you unable to use them on endgame items like influence stuff, to give you what should have been what you were doing this entire time, is making incremental upgrades to items that you find along the way. All this garbage that is now on the floor that people have been deleting or not even picking up now has the chance to be valuable with harvest crafts. Am I the only one seeing this? Like, have I put this into words good enough? I just I can't. I'm just so flummoxed, you know. I just don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm done with my point of view. My point of view is over. I'm now just having fun. Did that make sense to people? Is what I was trying to say? I feel like I got there in the end, but no guarantees. It's fine. Harvest crafting is fine. Harvest crafting as their intended changes is fine. How about... This is what I really like about the game. I like the whole fucking Scouts motto, whatever the fuck it's from. Improvise, adapt, overcome. When there's ever a nerf, I'm enjoying it because now I get to figure out a new way to play the game, you know? It's a good thing. How do you not see this as a good thing? How do you not now suddenly instead of finishing the game practically... Well, okay, I finished the game in like 2 months. I was slow as fuck this league. But now, like, it's mixing up basically how to play the game. How is this not an enjoyable thing for you people? I say you people very generically. I have no idea who you people are. You people complain, and then your thing gets fixed, and then a new group of you people show up to complain about the thing you originally... There's no universally the same people complaining, apart from all the trolls on Reddit that do that. But, like, this is a good thing, is it not? How is this not a good thing? How is how are these changes not a good thing? You're getting crafts more often. You're no longer seeing the boss that everyone hates. Everyone hates going into a harvest map. And then, where's my... They bug report it. They bug report that there's no seeds in the map because they didn't know the boss showed up. How is this not a good thing? How are people... How... This is great. Fuck the endgame players. I myself not one of them. I'm like in the top 1% of the bottom 80%. I'm with you guys, and I'm telling you this is great. Now you can actually make good. Now this is great for SSF. People who are like, oh, this is crap because I can no longer harvest craft my endgame explode chest. Yeah, that's the whole point of the game. The fact that fossils are a thing is fucking broken. The fact that we've got catalysts, that if you put quality of life on a ring base, you're more likely to hit life modifiers when you alch it, or when you fucking transmute it, or when you fucking org it. You're more likely... The fact that we've got stuff that makes it that you're more likely to hit a thing instead of just pure RNG. The game's supposed to be pure RNG. That's why I like it. That's why the devs are wanting you to get these feeling. For me, it's the tingly feelings when people make comments on my YouTube feeling. My YouTube comment with blah, 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 blah. Make a comment, and I'll get this feeling that people get when they exalt their items and get a good result. That's what I get out of YouTube comments. That's why I make YouTube videos. Fuck money. Who gives a shit about money? No. This is a good thing. If you're still here and watching this, tell me why this is a bad thing, and I'll tell you how you're wrong. Except I won't use good English because fuck, I haven't used good English so far. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to any changes. Hey, GGG, you could double the life of all monsters and half all our damage, and I'll fucking play it because I want to. That sounds fucking awesome. We adapt, we fucking move on. Everyone adapted in Delirium League to how hard the content... I'm changing this. I'm no longer talking about Harvest. Delirium League was fucking amazing, not because of all the loot rewards, but because of how hard the game was. You tried to do it in Legion League. You're like, if you open too much, it'll be too difficult. They didn't make it hard enough. If they took the scaling of the monster difficulty in maps from Delirium League and applied that to everything else, like in Ritual, if Rituals became... No, okay, not Ritual because it's a fucking closed encounter and you can't escape, but if in Blight, this is... I'm completely derailed. Fuck Harvest. We're done talking about Harvest. The scaling of monster damage in Delirium League to the point where people who were shit at the game like me couldn't finish maps like early on because our gear was shit. And the slower our progression of gear, the better, which is why I'm okay with all this Harvest shit, and why it's a good thing. Scaling of damage of monsters in Delirium was good because it felt like players finally hit a wall, and then it was up to them to stop, or they could push further and die. In Legion League, that was the idea going in, but they ridiculously, like, didn't expect players to just make the one-shot build, one-shot open, one-shot clear kind of build, like chaining and fucking ED Contagion. They didn't expect ED Contagion. Wow. It's been in the game for ages. Expect it. It's there. People are going to find ways to abuse things. Scale it harder. Make fucking Legions be the entire goddamn map, but make shit separated more. And then you can, like, run in one direction or the other and actually go... I don't know. I'm not trying to fix Legion. Legion's broken. Legion's going to get the next Banhammer up here next to Harvest. And then, Harbinger's going to get the next one. Looking forward to it, actually. Actually looking forward to it. Surprisingly fucking looking forward to it. Because I'll adapt, I'll move on, and I won't bitch about it. Because it's more fun to figure out new ways to do things than it is to just fucking copy-paste whatever Mathels do. I mean, some people enjoy that. You enjoy following along. I'm starting too many conversations at once. What the fuck am I trying to say? Blight's shit. Blight is so crap. You do a blighted map. All the portals start at different times. That's fine. That's how tower defense works. They will end at the same time. That's shit. Why is that like that? Why isn't the portal that starts earlier, like the closest one to you, why doesn't that one finish earlier? Let's say halfway through the map. And then if you fail the Blight, I'm talking about casuals here again because they're the majority of us. Why can't their experiences be fun? Why does everything have to be min-max in this game? Why is it that when your Blight thing, your little spore thing dies, you lose all the loot? I get it. If it's like 10 seconds left, maybe one of the chests actually has loot on it. But what if the portals didn't spawn the entire time? What if the easy portals at the beginning stopped spawning monsters and actually had the loot reward around a minute into your blighted map? And then the next hardest portal is more rewarding, but as harder monsters coming out of it is more likely to kill your spore thing. What if you complete that one and then that one ends 2 minutes into your map? Your map is guaranteed to be 5 minutes long unless you fail it. What if the hardest and most rewarding content from Blight is the one that's most likely to kill your totem? And what if it does kill your totem, you no longer get that amazing reward? Could be maps or something. I don't know, whatever the fuck GGG thinks is good content. Good rewards. What if suddenly the hardest content you fail, but then you're not punished for failing it because you managed to clear the 2 ones before it, so you still get shitty fucking talismans or whatever? What if you actually make the game enjoyable? Thanks for watching my video. See you later. I don't know what the fuck this was. I hope I got my point about Harvest across. It's a good change, people. What the fuck? You're idiots. God damn.